Pisces lunar eclipse happening on the 28th of August 2026. It's the end of a chapter, cycle, or a healing journey. You have grown spiritually. This Pisces lunar eclipse marks the end of an old cycle that no longer serves you now but did at the time. It's a healing journey that you have been on and you've been moving through for some time. Pisces is the end of the zodiac. It always represents endings, completions. Pisces can represent grief, forgiveness. It can represent escapism, illusion, but also your dreams. Pay attention to those beautiful dreams. They have deep, deep meaning. It's our spiritual health and it's our spiritual practice. Where have you needed or need to include this on a daily basis back into your world or into your world for the first time? This is where we want to find inner peace. Pisces is a deep emotional waters of life where your intuition, sensitivity, and our spiritual connection is growing stronger. You have changed. The world has changed. The age of Pisces is dissolving. The age of Pisces is the old patriarchal energy, where the masculine and feminine are now coming into union and balance. Over the coming months, this eclipse is going to spark off and reveal what has been truly complete and finished. Something may have served an important purpose in your growth, but it doesn't mean to say you have to carry this forward now. You need to dream a new dream. Pisces is asking you to create space for that inner peace through any kind of chaos, any kind of challenge or distraction. However that shows up for you, it could be in meditation, prayer, time in nature, journaling, stillness, listening to your intuition. Cut back on the distractions. Cut back on the drama and the people that bring this to your door. It asks you to free your heart from the anger, the chaos, and anything that can pull you away from your own inner peace. The new moon eclipse 2 weeks before this was in the sign of Leo, so we're in totally different energies. Leo was the fire masculine. Pisces is the feminine water. What did that bring up for you? To do with your masculine fire, anger, resentment, action, conflict, anything that was surrounding your heart is asking now with this Pisces water to be dissolved. Pisces being ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. We want to be blessed, but that starts with opening our heart and creating inner peace. Pisces also rules escapism and addiction, not only through substances, but through anything that is addictive, negative thought patterns, social media, avoidance, burying your head in the sand rather than facing the deeper emotions that you need to feel and to be released. Pisces can be the people pleaser, the one who will go out of their way to keep others at peace, sometimes to their own expense and detriment. Let's get into the cards and see what they have to say. Now, this energy is very deep, so I'm going to read my cards as usual, but I'm going to split it into two. I'm going to see how this fits in our own personal growth, and the collective energy may come in, may not. But then I'm going to go, because I feel this Pisces eclipse is going to be thinner, it thins the veil, it's more spiritual, I'm going to bring in a galactic energy. Because I feel like this is what's happening right now, guys. This is an energy. This is maybe why you're feeling a little bit different, a little bit unknown. Trust it. There's some bigger energies at play here that we do not understand. We don't need to understand at this point, but we need to know that we are changing, we're evolving as humans. Humans on a spiritual journey, or spiritual beings on a human journey, who knows? The end of a tough cycle, here's Capricorn energy. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Saturn was involved in a great reset back in February in the sign of Aries. Hadn't happened in over 6,000, 12,000 years. Some astrologers are saying different, who knows? But what this means is it's changing the way our Earth is. Capricorn is an Earth sign. Capricorn, again, ruled by Saturn, discipline, structure, commitment, authority, leadership. What came with it? Healing. We are healing from a very controlled, masculine world. Capricorn and Saturn in the tarot. So Saturn is the world. Capricorn is ruled by the devil, or it's represented by the devil. There's some things, some change that you're breaking with this full moon in Pisces that's going to be brought up that no longer serve you. Some old beliefs. Pisces is about illusion. What's real, what's fake? Look at the AI right now. We don't know who's speaking the truth. We're even visualizing images. We don't even know if they're real anymore. Is this becoming an illusion? Where is it taking you outside of yourself? Pisces is the intuitive energy. It's very internal, feminine. The opposite sign of Pisces is Virgo, where the sun's shining right now. And that's an earth sign. This is balancing your practical world and spiritual world. These also can relate to health, spiritual health and practical physical health. So this has been in the form of healthy. How do you perceive spiritual health? How do you perceive physical health? Are we being distracted by too much information? Getting confused in what's real and what's not? When we're not listening to our body, it wants us to bring us back to earth, to nature, to our bodies, to our mind. Very Virgo energy, but also spiritual Pisces. The feeler. Feeling into what our body wants. Feeling into that inner peace. Shutting down the noise of the social media. Shutting down the news of the fearmongers. Finding our inner peace through the chaos. Let's see what else my Moonology deck wants to bring in. More Capricorn energy. Your hard work is paying off. What else comes with that? Your commitment is being tested. Remember what I said about commitment? Saturn is very much the committed energy, the disciplinarian. And this is where I feel to navigate these energies and moving forward from this day forward, I feel we're having to find the stillness. We're having to shut down and commit to our bodies, nature, going back to the cycles. And this is why I love astrology. And it's getting more popular, which I love. People are now starting to talk about Mercury retrograde and the planets and the stars because they're a part of us. It's a part of Earth. It's a part of the cosmos. It's a part of the whole. And we've been disconnected from this for thousands of years. They hold a lot of wisdom. And I feel like this is the galactic energy trying to connect back to us, to nature, following the moon signs, following the moon cycles. The moon changes every 2.5 days. And if you follow that cycle and the phases of the moon, you'll understand why your energy is up and down. And I feel like this is where following and listening to your intuition, being a little bit different. Some people are not on this journey together on the same level. So this is where you might feel different, where you've had to release a lot of people or step back from a lot of people. We're stepping into the age of Aquarius. Whether we're in that, I don't know. But this is saying this is where you are being okay being the black sheep. Being different in your own little world. Let's see what else the energies want to say, my tarot card. You are good enough. There's the Virgo energy. You are good enough. Virgo holds the wound of being of service to her own detriment. And if you think about the patriarchal energy of Pisces, the age of Pisces, where the feminine has been suppressed, it's been a very masculine-led world, even in religions. This is all changing, it's all dissolving through that Neptunian energy. The sea, god of the sea, he's dissolving. And Jupiter, the co-ruler of Pisces, he wants to bless us. He's currently in the sign of Leo for the next 12 months. Leo is our solar plexus, our power, our life force. He also rules over the heart, where we've had to heal the heart. Because we've been in survival for so long. Disappointment, anger, separation of the masculine and the feminine. This is in the world, but it's also in our close tribal energy. Wars, conflict, family dynamics, fighting for who's good enough and who isn't, fearing of rejection and abandonment. This Virgo energy is coming in to say, reclaim the parts of you that you've given away. This reading is going to be highly spiritual because at the minute I'm just really tuning into the energy. I hope it resonates. Some of it will, some of it may not, but take what does, guys. The answers you need are coming, Gemini energy. Now, on this day, when this Pisces moon comes in, it is squaring Uranus, who's in the sign of Gemini. Uranus is expect the unexpected. Insights, clarity, communication, documents, details. Remember, the sun's in the sign of Virgo when this moon happens. Virgo is the details, the data, the Excel spreadsheets. She will delve into the solutions. Remember our physical and practical world. The answers you need are coming, but the answers might be within Pisces energy. What else do we have from the moon deck? A personal issue reaches resolution, Cancer energy. Cancer is the home, children, family, mother, maternal line. Your tribe, who you feel safe with. Cancer's ruled by the moon. Cancer gets on great with Pisces. It's the feminine water. It's our deepest emotions. Highly intuitive. And I feel like this is where the answers lie. Some of you have ended out some karmic energy to do with home, children, family, mother. I talk about this all the time, guys, but with this Pisces energy, it's about endings, completion of a cycle. The energy is gaining momentum, isn't it just? You can feel it. You know there's a change here. You know that Mother Earth is acting pretty chaotically on the surface. Lots of volcanoes, earthquakes, fire, anger. She ain't happy, Gaia. She is going through a rebirth, just like we are. She's gone through a reset. And the energy is gaining momentum. How do we deal with this high, strong energy through a transformation? We go within and we find the inner peace. Conclusions are within reach. This is the full moon eclipse. Eclipses are moons on steroids, highly emotional, highly charged. Full moons are always about completions. And like I've mentioned, Pisces is the end. A double completion. Bottom of the deck, more Virgo energy. A time to give rather than take. Where have we been taking too much, eating too much, absorbing too much, reading too much, information, data, fired at us where we just do not know, we're so confused. Eat this, do that, don't eat this. It's crazy out there. Pisces is saying, go within. Ask your body what it wants, what it needs. Give it some love. Love is the medicine, always. That's the heart, that Leo energy. Love is the answer. Very deep, very deep. Let's bring in some tarot to see what my tarot want to say about this energy. What do my tarot want to say? What is ending? What's the completion? What's the completion with this Pisces energy? Bottom of the deck, the world. Completion, no going back. I feel like there's a new, this is the new shift that you might be feeling. The energy is very different. I don't know whether you're feeling it. There we are, a cup of love. Cup of emotion. Softening that masculine energy. We hold masculine and feminine within us. Softening. Compassion. Peace. Very Pisces. Bring it into your world. Let the water put out the fire. There's the Leo. There's the Pisces. Leo eclipse 2 weeks previous. Pisces eclipse. Cooling the jets. Pouring some water, some love onto that masculine ego. I feel like that's a collective energy. Very much the world. Going within. There's Virgo. Gaining wisdom from the heartache, grief, loss and sorrow. What else do we have? The Two of Cups. This is Venus in Cancer. Venus is our heart. Venus is the beloved, the divine feminine. Exchanging a cup of love with the masculine. But you can see here there's the lion, the big-hearted lion, who's got the healing symbol, the caduceus, healing the heart to bring the masculine and feminine back into union for a solid structure. How do we do that? We bring in the Pisces energy of forgiveness. Forgiveness, not to the people that have hurt us, but forgiveness to ourselves, to the situation, to soften it, to let it go, to dissolve. Because that anger ain't serving anyone. Pisces can also bring up grief, loss and sadness. Allow it to flow like the water that it is. Allow it. Remember our feminine side, allowing. So that masculine, no, let's not look at this. We're not allowed to feel. It is weak to feel. Allow it. There's the wound. There's the wounded healer. This is the 9 of Wands, the 9 of fire, 9 of masculine fire. You can see he's tired. You're tired. It's been a tough cycle, but it's complete now. 8. Something quick is coming in with this Pisces energy. Completions, new beginnings, revelations, to bring in the age of Aquarius, the star, the dreamer. How can you dream the dream, your dream, your desires, if you're still stuck in an old resented energy? Your heart is the one that is magnetizing. It's magnetic. It draws things to you. But if your heart is shut down, you're blocking your abundance, your fun, your dream. And you might be settling for these stars, either side. There's the star that you should be focusing on. 9 of Pentacles. This is Venus in Virgo. So very Venusian I'm feeling with this energy here. With this Pisces energy. Let me just bring in another energy now. I want to bring in the dark of the moon. What do we need to release with this dark of the moon? What do we need to release? What do we need to release as a collective? What do we need to release? We need to release Medusa. 29. Medusa. Again, feminine. The scorned feminine. Let's read from the book with this one. So the number is 29. So it adds up to 11. And she is fierce. Medusa is fierce. I mean, just look at the snakes on her head. She turned everything into stone. Let's have a look. She's arguably the most misunderstood of all the goddesses. Medusa represents the woman who scares men, and the powerful goddess cut off by a jealous rival. Don't shrink from the card. Medusa's super powerful feminine energy has been misunderstood and misinterpreted for eons. Her appearance when you draw this card suggests there is a misunderstanding at best, and a betrayal at worst, in your current situation. Chances are you need to work at a very deep emotional wound, aligned with the energy of Leo. That's where we had the last eclipse. Medusa calls you to rise from whatever painful situation you're in, to reclaim your innate strength. Turn whatever has happened into a stepping stone towards empowerment. For many goddess scholars, Medusa represents the decapitation of the matriarchal by the patriarchal energy. A moment when our untamed feminine energy was suppressed, oppressed. She also embodies the rebirth that often follows betrayal, when we use our pain as fuel to transform ourselves. Remember Pisces, internal, finding the peace. Medusa's energy empowers you to reclaim your own voice now too. Be fierce, even when it feels like the world wants you to shrink or conform. You don't need anyone's approval to express your true self. You are the one who defines your path, your power, and your identity. Remember, you have the power to rise again. Don't let betrayal define you. Reject those who want you to shrink. Reclaim your voice and share your space. Turn your enemies to stone. Wow. That's a powerful card. I'm going to finish off this part of the reading with the angel number as some angel guidance. Okay, can we have an angel number then for Medusa? Angel number for Medusa. We have 77 and 22. 7722. Ask for help. Support, guidance, connection, vulnerability, community and trust. Remember, no one succeeds alone. It's okay to seek guidance and support. Embrace the strength found in community and don't hesitate to ask for help when you need it. Okay, so this is very Aquarius energy, stepping into the age of Aquarius. Remember the patriarchal and the matriarchal energy. The patriarchal energy overthrown the feminine, the matriarchal. So we naturally, for thousands of years, been in a heavy masculine energy, distrust. The feminine has been scorned. Whether man or woman, this is our identity to intuition, our identity to the earth, connecting to nature. It's all been taken. It's all been condemned, frowned, persecuted. So that's where the trust has gone. We don't trust the feminine anymore, or we didn't. And this is where we can hold a lot of vulnerable energy to ourselves. We can guard our heart because we don't trust. This might have come up in family dynamics, relationships. Certainly see it on the global scale. But shifting. It's asking us to heal our heart and to trust once more. With boundaries, of course. Ask for help. Age of Aquarius. Leo is the proud lion, opposite sign of Aquarius. When his heart's been hurt, he remembers. And he shuts down his heart and he doesn't trust. The opposite sign, Aquarius, is the community. Sharing our skills for all to see. Letting go of the competition. The fear of distrust, betrayal, dishonesty. Letting go of the resentment. Healing your masculine and feminine from within. Remember, even if you haven't experienced this through your world, we can get this passed down from generations, from our ancestors. Okay, number 6, balance. Bringing in that balance, the scales of balance, scales of justice. Okay, guys, I hope that was relatable. Now I'm going to go deeper. For those of you that don't want to join me for this part of the reading, it's where I'm going to go very deep into the spiritual galactic energy and see what messages this Pisces full moon wants to bring in. Thank you for watching if you're leaving me. I'm going to start with my Lightworker Oracle. Lightworkers, what does that mean? We are healing our betrayals into light. That's your divine talents. Your divine talents. Look at this angel. Look at that full moon behind. And this is interesting because we have a blood moon. It's going to be that colour. I don't know whether you've noticed it in the sky. I'm recording this on the 25th. It's already there. And it is this colour. So this is masculine. For me, this looks like Archangel Gabriel. The messenger. Messages from your intuition, from the galactics. Divine talents are coming on board. A lot of us are waking up at this point with this Pisces moon. We're letting go of that old patriarchal energy and we're grounding our new, no, it's not new. We're grounding and we're remembering our feminine talents. We can heal. We can love. We're intuitive. We all have these gifts, but we need to heal the heart to trust ourselves with them. Divine talents. Then we have the orbs of light. The orbs of light. Now I'm getting with this the Syrian elders. I've been doing a lot of work with Kelly Kolodny online, doing her activations, and she talks a lot about the starseed energy and the Syrian elders. Now Sirius is our spiritual sun, connected to our sun and our solar plexus, our life force, where it's been shut down out of fear because we've been too heavy in the masculine, the patriarchal energy. And within our life force, we hold cords of joy, of abundance, of happiness. And this is what this orbs of light, look at, she's shining down upon us. This is the feminine, wakening up our talents, our joy again for life. What else do we have? Loving these cards. Messages in the numbers. These are 1111. We all know the messages, the angel numbers. But how many of us do actually, when we see a number, just sit and say, okay, what does this mean? Pay attention to what it is you're doing when you see double digits, when you see 1111. Ask. Ask what it is that the message is coming to us. What else do we have? An invitation to connect. This Pisces full moon is giving us an invitation, but we have to be still. We have to cut out the distraction, the noise. And this is saying we have an invitation to connect. For me, this looks a lot like Atlantis energy. It's got planetary movement around. So this is you really connecting to connect to the planets. Connect to whatever you're drawn to. An invitation to connect. Gorgeous energy. And now I'm going to go into my Beyond Lemuria. Let's see, these are very deep, and I'm going to read you a card from this one. The artwork is beautiful. It's Izzy Ivy on here. What else do we have for this full moon in Pisces? Full moon in Pisces. Third eye chakra. When the feminine energy was suppressed by the patriarchal, the paternal line, it shut down our pineal gland, our third eye. It also shut down our Earth Star chakra. That's why we've been distracted by fear, noise, social media more recently, conflict, war. It's all a distraction to shut down our stillness, our activation of our pineal gland, our root chakra, Earth Star chakra. We've lost the connection to the cycles of the moon. We've lost the connection to earth, nature, grounding, herbs, medicine, plants. This is asking us to awaken our pineal gland, our third eye activation. What else do we have? Oop, wrong deck. Trust your innocence. Wow, isn't that beautiful? She's got a star above her head. Trust your innocence. I'm going to read from this one. What does the Beyond Lemuria want to tell us about that? 54 is the number on that card. Trust your innocence. Truth, trust in yourself, being real with people, knowing the difference between intuition and paranoia, uncensored feelings, returning to innocence. Learn to trust your inner sense of intuition. You're encouraged to be absolutely honest with yourself. Cast aside any mind stories and shoulds that you tell yourself. In your heart of hearts, you know the answers. Dare to listen and dare to honour them. This card may also relate to being truthful with another person. Relationships can only deepen when you can be real with each other. Consider your timing and be considerate. But this is a time for truths, which is very much in that Uranus and Gemini energy. Truths. When you're in tune and you've activated your Earth chakra, you're in tune with your authentic, and you've done that masculine, you've done that feminine shadow work, you then become to trust yourself. And sometimes you can feel people's, and I'm not going to say unauthenticity, but you know that there's something off. And you don't know quite why. That's when paranoia can sit in. They're going to betray me, they're going to do this. When really it's just you perceiving that that person is out of balance. Throw a little compassion in there. Put your boundaries in, of course. But trust yourself. Trust your innocence. Nobody can steal it. Nobody can steal your innocence. Okay guys, I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope that resonated, and happy full moon eclipse in Pisces.